Me too. It consumes your mind space. Like, yeah. Recorded? Oh, I have. Copy guy. Don't turn around. The comet starts in town. I have this one.
This is for the room. It'll just
Oh, gotcha. They both come out on there, by the way. Like mine comes out of there too.
So Edwin.
Yep. When he gets here. Oh, he's in the back. Go hook him up. Can't see myself. Yes. Goodness gracious. Who's on it? Hey, KW Lamarada, how's it going? Oh, dude, it's so awesome. Hey, if I'm not staring at you, I'm staring at them. I'm staring at you, I'm not staring at them. I'm staring at somebody. I'll try to stare at you both at the same time. Did I practice that earlier? In scripts, I did. Okay, awesome. Okay, excellent. So team meeting twice a month. First Tuesday, we're going to have tacos, and we will have a guest speaker every single month on the first Tuesday because we want you to know more about the agents in our office and in our world and what they're doing at a very high level and the mistakes that they made, and just to get to know each other a little bit more. So COVID kind of made us stay in our home. We're in our closet. Some of you might have been in the shower crying every day, but we're back, we're out, we're communicating with each other. So we want to get to know each other a little bit better. So we're going to have guest speakers every single month. So we have an amazing guest speaker for you this month, which I'm really excited about. They're doing big and great things, and they're going to share that with you. So yeah, so that's great. So if you didn't hear me earlier, we have tacos today. If you were at home, I'm sorry, I can't deliver tacos to your house. So you're going to have to get your own tacos. So if you don't like tacos, you know, Tennessee, Texas, there's other places for you to move to. We'll help you out. So let's get the PowerPoint going. Any you guys hear me okay out there in the internet? Sound good? Excellent. Okay. Well, let's get things going. You're up in a little bit, but I just want to give you the mic right now. So, okay, I like mine better. There you go. Use this one. There you go. Perfect. So I like my mic. Awesome. October 5th, we have some amazing things coming up. So first off, let's start off with tell me something good. What's happening in your world that's amazing? Not everybody at once. You closed an escrow. Congratulations, Tom. Closed an escrow. What else? You got an offer accepted today? There you go. Congratulations. What else? You have a new listing. We love new listings. New listing tomorrow. A new listing in La Mirada starting tomorrow? La Mirada started tomorrow. Awesome. What about something personal? What's happening in your personal life that's got some great news? I know you eat tacos in 45 minutes. That's actually a great one. Exactly. Gotcha. You guys all woke up today. That's obviously a good one. You know, some people didn't. So thank you, Jesus. Anyhow, Blake is here. If you guys haven't seen Blake, Tiger Blood is back and he's in the building, which is pretty awesome. So we're excited about that. So on New and Great, what's happening in your family? What's happening in your life? What's happening in your health? Maxine, welcome. Husband's doing good? He's doing a lot better. Gotcha. Well, he's good. Awesome. Welcome back. We're glad he's feeling good. So we have new faces in the audience today, which is always great. So our company is always growing and improving and learning. So we're really happy about that. Anything exciting? Anything great happening in your life, Nick?
In Rhode Island last week and had a blast.
In Rhode Island, awesome. Yeah, I love watching you travel online. One day I'll want to be you.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the Jeep. He's always out on adventures. You know, he works super hard at work and then he plays really hard too. So work hard, play hard. He doesn't have a really good work-life balance. He's 100% at work and 100% at home. It's just 100% living. So he's doing great. Exactly. So awesome. Next slide was what do we got? Am I controlling the slides? No. So Gary Keller, he says amazing things every once in a while. If you could agree, he says, don't let small thinking cut your life down to size. Think big, aim high, act bold, and just see how big you could blow up your life. Nothing could be more true. Our biggest advocates is ourselves and maybe some of the people that are surrounding. So changing your environment really matters. So, you know, obviously thinking big, aiming high. You know, if you aim extremely high where people are laughing at you and you got halfway there, would you be extremely successful or happy in your life? Most of us, yeah, right? So why not aim as high as you could possibly go? We're in an environment where people aren't here to tear you down. We're encouraging. I want to be able to laugh at that. Like, I want to be the one laughing like, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Because I guarantee you, no matter how ridiculous you could think you can get somewhere in our company, someone has already done that. And they're probably willing to share with you how they got there, which just blows my mind, right? They always come back for contribution. And so think big and live the life that you want to live. I mean, you only have one of them, you know. Well, I believe that. You only got one. So you might as well live it to the best that you could possibly be, be the best you could possibly be, and be in an environment to help you grow as well. So thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. Boop. That's my clicker right here. So we couldn't make all of our goals and dreams happen without our affiliates. So I wanted to thank them today. If there's any affiliates online or in the room. All right. Well, thank you so much. So we got over here, you know, got Maxine, right? Fernando, right? And Fernando, New World Mortgage. Awesome. So thank you so much for joining us. Please. Oh, she's got her own special slide coming up right now. Yeah. So Patty, you're going to have a moment in just a moment. Yeah. So please, if you haven't reached out to our vendors, they're the ones that help support us. We chose them very wisely, by the way. We chose them because they're really great support for your business. They have the standards and the professionalism to actually push you forward. And they're our business partners. We want to be partnered with them in our success. So as they spend their time, energy, and money partnering with us, let's give back to them and let's make it a true win-win. Awesome. So we'd like to welcome Patty Evela. Come on up, Patty. We want you to say a couple things. Welcome. We love surprising people, so she had no idea that she had a slide. So come on up right here. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
So Patty is with?
I am with Farmers Insurance, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys and have you guys, get to know me. I get to know every single one of you guys. I know that during a transaction, homeowners insurance is very important. It plays a major factor in your closing, and that's what I'm here to assist you with that, to make sure you have the correct policy. Not only that, but your clients have the correct coverages that they need. So I am your to-go insurance person. Not only do I do home, but we also focus on commercial, recreational toys, life insurance, pet insurance, all lines of insurance, you name it, we have it. So any questions that you may have, I'm here to answer all of them.
Awesome. Thank you. New vendors, new blood in the water. Let's go ahead and give her a lot of business, and she's here to support us as well. So that's awesome. And we want to give a thank you. Viviana couldn't be here today with Green Light Escrow. They sponsored our tacos today. So thank you so much for the tacos. We'll eat them, and I'll take some pictures and send them to you and tell you how delicious they were. So appreciate you, Viviana. Thanks. All right, we want to welcome to KW La Mirada. We have Javier, who's right here. Welcome, welcome. And I'm not sure if Lisbeth's online, but Lisbeth, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you. And the Broker's Corner with our broker, Nick. He's got some very important information to share with you. Come on up, Nick.
What's up, everybody?
Good day, good day. Thank you, sir.
You just pass those out. It's like one on every table or something.
Will you hold that?
Yes, I will. I got a question for everybody. Let's see if anybody knows the right answer. There may not be a right answer, actually, but we'll find out. So what does it mean when you write into a contract, buyer agrees to pay $10,000 above highest appraised value?
Just agreed to pay for more than my reference for.
Okay, so who agreed to that? When it's in the purchase agreement, you write that in there. Buyer agrees to pay more than 10 grand. The buyer agreed. Does the seller agree by writing that statement?
No, the buyer.
Right. So if it's in the purchase agreement, though, isn't that between the buyer and the seller? So is it or is it not? What's the answer?
Yes, seller also agreed.
It's ambiguous, to say the least. Okay. So if you are going to write terms, and I see this stuff all the time, where people write that kind of stuff in a contract, you're agreeing to agree, but that's not really an agreement per a purchase agreement, right? So there is a quick guide on CAR that spells out why that is not an acceptable way to write up an agreement to pay more than the appraised value. I think we see this a lot right now, where buyers are pretty much in almost every case having to offer to pay more than the appraisal value or remove an appraisal contingency, right? Now, there are certain ways to do that, and there are certain ways not to do that. So if you're just writing buyer agrees to pay, that's not saying the seller agrees to accept, okay? So make sure you alter the verbiage, and you can use this quick guide that I have a few floating around the room here you can take a look at. And I think speaking to a broader issue here is when you're writing agreements, whether it's on an addendum or an amendment or adding verbiage to the contract, the language matters. Language matters. It's very important the things that you write and how they're worded, because saying it one way means you don't have an agreement, right? We actually had this happen. We had a listing agreement, a listing contract signed. Buyer wrote in there, buyer agrees to pay 10 grand over highest appraised value. It was our listing. The appraisal came in 100 grand less than the purchase price, right? And the buyer's expectation was they were going to get the property for essentially 90 grand less, right? 100 minus the 10. And guess what? We called the car attorney and they said, that's not an agreement. And luckily our listing agent, our seller, were able to get out of the deal and renegotiate. But that could have been a very, very dangerous issue if it wasn't worded properly, right? The second thing is if you have a listing and you're working on the appraised value and you're trying to figure out how to modify that, make sure you put a floor and a ceiling, right? Buyer to pay no more than X dollars over the appraised value, not to exceed, right, 800K. And if it's your listing, no less than 790K. Like you need to have a floor and a ceiling, right? So again, the way you write things matters. Great verbiage on here. And the easiest place to start is if you're modifying a term in the agreement, like the appraisal contingency or the inspection contingency, use what's in the purchase agreement, right? The contract is written where it says, you know, this agreement is contingent on receiving an appraised value at no less than the price, blah, blah, blah. Copy and paste that. And if you don't want that term in there, you can write the opposite of that, or is not a part of the agreement, or is not a contingency, right? And that's kind of what's at the very bottom of this form. So when you get it, take a look and read through this stuff. So really important that you use the right verbiage. Any questions?
So these verbiage and these tips and these things, where do we learn these things? Using Mondays?
Every other Monday at 3:30 or 3 o'clock, I should say. Who was on the contract class yesterday? Oh man. So you guys don't know how to write the new purchase agreement for next year then, right? That's going to hurt you in December, I promise you, when you're calling me to say, how do I write an offer? And I say, did you watch the video on, what is it, October 4th or 5th, right? So every other Monday, 3 o'clock, I'm going through the new purchase agreement for the next couple of weeks. If you're going to sell houses next year, you should probably be on that call. You know, I might post them. I might post them. I'm going to see who shows up first. Right? Yeah, make you sweat a little bit. All right. Good news is we got a couple of months. Okay. So yeah, I'm a phone call away. We're gonna have a new risk management service coming up in a month as well that we'll talk a little bit more about. But that's going to be another option. So I guess another thing to say is don't do this on your own. Right? Don't try to make stuff up. Call and for help. Right? One of our mentors says asking for help is a sign of strength. Part of our affirmations. All right. Any other questions? All right. Very good. It's all yours, my man.
Always great information. So yeah, do what he says and then you stay out of jail. That's my yeah. You still might go to jail. Just saying. So next we have Richard. Come on up. Coach's Minute. Richard Chung. And I took the other spelling off.
I know. Okay, it's okay. Well, I'll stay on this until you get back. I was supposed to take over, but she's doing that. All right, guys. So I am your productivity coach here. So just to remind you guys, Mondays and Wednesdays we do a power session at 9 a.m. It's a great motivating time where we can just really start the week off strong on a Monday. Wednesday, get over that hump day. So at 9 a.m. and then at 9:30 we do scripts and role play. We're in Ignite all morning and we did some awesome scripts during that time, and we watched a whole Ignite session about the importance of scripts. So Mondays and Wednesdays, 9:30 a.m. we do scripts and role play. We've been getting a lot of great feedback from people that have been participating in it. And I try to make scripts really, really easy. We're not here trying to stump each other, trying to throw curveballs at each other and trying to make each other feel stupid. We're trying to really help each other. We're trying to get each other to win on the while we're doing the role play. And we try to make it really, really simple. We're going to very soon shift that into a daily thing. So at least Monday through Thursday, we'll do that. We'll do scripts from role play in the mornings. And then also on starting today, we do a group coaching session on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00. Today, we're moving it to 1:30 because of our tacos, because I want time to eat my tacos. But starting today, we're going to talk about this new book that we're going to go through in group coaching. We're going to go through it on every Tuesday, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you join today, I'll send you guys a link to get a free PDF. Otherwise, I mean, the book is like, $10, whatever it is on Amazon. I bought the book and I got the Audible. So I'm reading the book while I'm listening to it. But it's been great so far. And, look, the way that I see it is this. We all have the same two hands here. We all have the same 2 feet. We all have able bodies, right? But what sets us apart, right? We all have the resources. So what sets us apart from the other person that's extremely successful, that's making millions of dollars in this business? There's nothing else different except our mindset, right? So having a different mindset, this book talks about, we talked, there are certain stages in your life where you're calculating everything and adding up everything in the hundreds, right? Probably like when you're in high school, you're like, 100, 200 here and there. Then you're in college and later on, then it starts turning into thousands, right? A lot of us probably think in terms of thousands, right? Because we're making checks in the thousands. We're paying some bills. We're paying mortgages in the thousands. But what we want is we want to start thinking in the millions, right? Billionaires think in the billions. They don't think in the millions. Millionaires think in the millions. They don't think in the thousands, right? So I'm really excited about this. So join me today on Zoom. It's all entirely on Zoom for starting off Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. We're going to do this every Tuesday. Thursdays, we're going to do a different coaching session on Thursdays, but Tuesdays, 1:30. If you need the Zoom link, please let me know. We can send that out. We're going to send out a text right before the session as well. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you. So stop thinking like a thousandaire and start thinking like a millionaire, right? Yeah. So thousandaire is awesome. Okay, so if you haven't checked out our training calendar, it gets sent out to you every day. Click on the link. All the classes are typically on Zoom and some of them are live. Some of the private masterminds are live only. So look for those, but mostly everything is on Zoom. So take a look at some of those. Oh, sweet. Power sessions, like Richard was mentioned, Mondays and Wednesdays, which is awesome. And then surge performance coaching right after with scripts and role play, which might change, but right now this is the time that we have. If you're not into the scripts and role play, you should be, because practicing your craft is what you should be doing every day. Don't practice out there in the field. That's what thousandaires do. So millionaires practice here and they perform out there. Okay. Next one. So also we're teaching a class. It's going to be called Escrow Nightmares. It's actually this Thursday at 3 p.m. Once you open escrow, the things that you should be doing, the things that you shouldn't be doing to create a nightmare escrow for yourself. So let's stay out of litigation. Let's stay out of trouble, and let's go ahead and go through the process, understand what's needed and what's not needed so that you don't have an escrow nightmare. And there's probably going to be some people on that call that are going to share a couple things that, that you shouldn't do. So I love those ones. Like if you've done it and it sucked and you had a hard time, yeah, please tell me about it, because I do not want to do it. Let's go ahead and let's avoid that. So I love that part. So escrow nightmares, Thursday at 3, be there. And mark your calendars, October 21st and 22nd. I don't know what time it is yet, so that's why it's not on there. But we're going to do a MREA business planning clinic. It's going to be with Gene Rivers. We'll have it live here in the Market Center. Gene will be on Zoom. It'll be in real time. It's not recorded. Business planning is one of the most important things we do here at Keller Williams, because we're running businesses. We want to put a plan together for the business, and it's not a 5-minute business plan. It is going to take you a little while to put your business plan together, your 411, your 135, all the acronyms that I hope you know already. If not, we're going to learn them during business planning clinic. It's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to be able to grow. So, and we're going to all be here together, so you have plenty of room to ask questions. I always say there's no stupid questions, only stupid people. So let's go ahead and get educated so I can stop being less stupid. That's what I tell myself every day. That's why I ask so many questions, right?
10 to 2, I think.
10 to 2, I believe it's 10 to 2 for 2 days, right?
It's 1 day.
1 day, 10 to 2. So it's only 4 hours, and we will be here afterwards to sit here and hold your hand through the entire process. And we'll probably do it one more time, but this October is like when you should be planning your business for the rest of the year. So do it in October. Don't wait till November, December, because what you do in November, December is your 2022 start of your first quarter.
So is it 2 days or 1 day?
1 day.
So the 21st or
21st.
22nd?
There was 2-day options online. I didn't actually find the reservation. He just mentioned it on a Monday call, so I didn't have the time frame. So it will be 10 to 2.
I believe so.
10 to 2 on the 21st.
Do we know who's teaching it?
Gene Rivers. Yes. Awesome. Next one. Okay, Ignite. Ignite is still going on. It's 9 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays from like a week ago until Thanksgiving. So if you haven't plugged into Ignite, there's no reason not to. Go ahead and plug in on any of these days. If you've missed it already, don't worry about it. If you got some friends or you think they should join us, have them join in. There's never too late of a time to start learning something new. So we go through some training for about an hour, then we do lead gen together for an hour, and then we help you build your business for an hour. So some of the stuff we learned today for scripts and role play and doing some lead gen were extremely valuable, and building your business. There was some stuff that I learned today that I didn't know, which was awesome because I learn new things every day. So there's some new stuff that I'm going to implement in my business that I haven't, that has to do with command and landing pages. So it was a really great session today. So join us for that. And what we've all been waiting for, this is awesome. So the time has come. We're going to put Edwin on the spot. We are introducing Edwin Rivera from Millennial Realtors. So Edwin, come on up. Edwin. All right. So can we hear you okay?
I guess. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Online, Mark. Mr. Larico, can you hear Edwin okay? No.
No? Love you, Mark. Can you hear me now? Yeah, it's on. I have this one. Have two different ones.
Try it now.
Hello, hello, Mark? Yes.
Okay. So you're good. You can hear both of us. Perfect. We'll have a seat, man. Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Let's get a little bit intimate right here. I brought you some water. Is that okay? Is that how we start?
No, usually with whiskey,
Oh.
right?
Last time you told me flowers, but start with flowers,
No, I get more loose with whiskey.
Well, I got some of that too, but it's a family show. Whiskey's for later. Awesome. So if you guys could hear us okay. Actually, I have a cheat sheet right here. all the questions that I'm going to ask him, I wrote down already. So, yeah. So people don't know you. Some people don't know you. They must live in a closet somewhere. But, if you remind, just tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe your family. What's that look like?
Well, my name is Edwin. We have a team, Millennial Realtors, me and my wife. I'm a dad. I have 2 daughters. One is 4 and a 2-month baby at home. I've been with Keller Williams 4 years already. Real estate agent since 2015.
Oh, okay. So 2015, been with us since 2017,
I'm
right?
32, 6'1". I don't know what else you
Long walks on the beach. Can we make the video the main screen? Yes. Thank you for that suggestion. How do you stop share? Stop share, right? There we go. How's that? Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, awesome. So how old were you again?
I'm 32.
32. Okay, so 32, been in the business since 7 years, right?
Yes.
7
This will be
years.
my 7th year.
7th year, gotcha.
Yeah.
Married, 2 kids.
2 kids.
Tell us a little bit about them. Wife.
Uh,
We all know your wife.
Yeah. Some of you guys know Gloria. So she's the one who started in the business first.
I know we wanted her here first, but
Yeah.
she was busy.
I know.
So you
So eventually, I jumped into real estate. Probably 6 months down the line, we decided to work together as a team. That's how we created Millennial Realtors. What else?
Yeah, tell Millennial Realtors, why'd you come up with that name? What was that about?
By that time, it was the beginning of the new millennial. Almost everything you hear about the new generation coming up, the millennials. So we decided to choose Millennial Realtors because of the same reasons. It's a catchy name.
Some technical difficulties here?
Yes.
Oh, so
Okay,
keep
cool.
going. So Millennial Realtors, why we choose Millennial Realtors? Like it was new, the millennial was
It was
starting.
new. We were young. I'm a millennial. Gloria's a millennial. So that's the reason we decided. So technically, we're a millennial. Most of our clients, they're like on our age as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they all starting to buy more houses now, or?
Yeah. That's I guess millennials are the like 30% of the market right now, if I'm not mistaken.
30%?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the other 70% is old
Like-
people?
Yeah, like you, man.
So awesome. So that means a lot of those new millennials are buyers, yeah?
Yeah, that is correct.
So, I mean, I look at numbers, right? So I'm kind of a numbers guy. It's part of my job is to look at your numbers, kind of see where you're at, where you're going. And your numbers were actually really impressive. And I think one of the most impressive things I've noticed about your numbers is that you're extremely buyer heavy,
Yes.
like really heavy. And most people are like, oh man, buyers, da 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 da, You're closing buyers like they're going out of business. Like just buyers are like, no problem. So
they're the bread.
I know they're your bread and butter. I mean, last year you closed out of all the transactions, you closed 30 of them were buyers.
Yes.
30 buyers during a pandemic, 30 buyers, and you still took a bunch of listings as well. So I think a lot of people want to know, like, what the hell, man? How you closing so many buyers? Like, what is? Yeah, how do you get your buyers?
Well, since we moved here, we kind of switched. I'm not the type of person who loves cold calling. I kind of dislike door knocking. Open house is a lot of times, So the way that I do business is like, how can I get referrals? So that's, like a lot of people in this office, that's something that I love. They work by referrals. So I copy a lot of the things that people do, like appreciation events. So a lot of them come from appreciation events. Doesn't mean the new buyers go to those events, but those people my past client will refer me to them. We also started doing home buyer seminars. I haven't done any this year, by the way. But usually last year we did few of them. The year before we did a lot of them as well. We use the platform, social media, to get a lot of our clients. But now we're trying to focus more on the referrals base. It's more easy to work with. You don't have to tell them anything. The moment they say, hey, someone refer me to you, it's ready to go.
Gotcha. So you're working a huge referral-based business. Like out of those 30 buyers, how many of those were referrals?
I will say approximately 65%, 70%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of referrals.
Yeah.
So on your, so you have the millennial group, right? So there's a team involved,
Yes.
husband and wife team, guys doing great. What else does a team look like? Like, how do you handle 30 buyers? You
Well,
got 19 buyers agents?
no, we only have one. So she came to the team like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So that helped us grow a little bit more on the buyer side, because usually buyers takes a lot of the time. So the way we do it is, like, for example, the moment buyers come, depending on the location, we give it to our buyer's agent, so she take care of that client. So now we already have the client kind of secure. So the way we do now is, like, we look for new clients, new buyers, new sellers. And yesterday I just had a meeting with someone. So hopefully in the next 2 months, we should have our second buyer's agent. We hired an assistant 4 months ago. Right now she had an emergency, so she had to leave out of state, but she's coming back hopefully within a week or two. So that's buying my time back as well.
Gotcha. So you're leveraging now building an organization,
Yes.
because you have the leads to, not just because you wanted to. I'm looking at your numbers and I notice, like, year over year, like, you guys are growing in income. Like, your guys' income is great. I mean, just think about this. In 2017, you guys, or 2018 from 17, your income rose 30%.
Thank God, yes.
Right? So you joined Keller Williams, you've been working with us, you've been masterminding with all these guys, and your income went up 30%. That's a lot. And then the very next year in 2019, your income went up 38% from the year prior. And then during a pandemic, even though, I mean, that was an amazing year. So we're talking 60% increase, no, 66% increase from 2 years, year over year. And then the pandemic, you went up another 13% in income. And now you're actually driving that even higher. It says 24% even more this year over year than last year. Like,
Yeah. So, and
That's-
it's the team as well. It's not me. It's not I'm putting more hours to the truth. It's more like the people that I'm putting under the team, hiring the right people. So that, because I have 2 girls, I want my time back. That's me. Is you mentioned the numbers. I don't even know the numbers that way you know it right now. But to me, it's like, how can I make the same income or more, but at the same time, how can I have more time with my family? Because I have 2 girls, I don't want to miss any moments. And of course, if we make more money, you have to put more. It's either going to be my time or someone else's time. So in this case, I have some type of knowledge. So if I bring someone in, I can put it under me, giving the leads, giving the clients, I can have my time back.
So you've been able to master lead generation as referrals as well, like
Yeah.
mastering people, teaching customers how to send you referrals. And now instead of working all those referrals, you're actually leveraging them to your organization, which you've been building piece by piece over the last couple of years.
It's small. I don't want to call it organizations yet. It's small, but hopefully one time will be an amazing team, that our goal is, at one point to do, 3 digits transactions, over 100.
Wow. Okay. So your goal is over 100 transactions.
At one point, yes.
Okay. Is that possible?
Of course. Many teams in Keller Williams have done it in the past. Why
Yeah,
not
selling
me?
over 100? Yeah. Now, why not you?
Yeah.
Right. So the most important thing, it sounds like the most important thing to you in your life right now is your family.
Yes.
So it's your wife.
That's
it's
the
your
reason
2
we work.
kids. No, exactly.
That's
So
why.
what's really amazing is that you actually have the opportunity to be in an environment where you can actually leverage a lot of that stuff out to get your time back.
Yeah. And the people that's around that office, that's to me is really important. Like a lot of the things I didn't invent it. Most of these items, Wimo was doing it, Mark was doing it. So what can I get from this person? What can I get from that person? And putting it together, like Keller say, don't invent the wheel, just copy it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here today because we want to copy what you're doing. I saw your numbers and I was like, wow, we got to copy what you're doing because you're doing actually something really great. And I know the people that do stuff really great, you know that they're doing great things because they're like extremely humble. Like
Thank you.
Right? So like, he's not going to tell you like, I'm doing amazing. I'm crushing my numbers. I'm 30% up year over year.
Well,
we see those things on the business side and you're doing really amazing.
To
So
me, I'm the small fish. How can I grow to the big fish in so many people in this office? That's the way I see it.
gotcha. What was your first step? Like when did you realize like you need to hire that first assistant? What did that look like?
The assistant or the buyer's agent?
Either one.
Well, the buyer's agent, we had our first daughter around a little bit after that time. So Gloria was out of the business. I was like, shit, we're gonna have these clients. How are we gonna be able to service those clients? So that's when the buyer's agent came into place. By the way, she's my mom. I love that. So she has to ask me permission every time she wants to go on vacation. Yeah. So it's my mom. So we needed to cover those clients. Our second buyer's agent, the one that I had an interview with someone yesterday, we noticed this specific year, Gloria was again out of the business because of the second baby. And we noticed we had this many clients, buyers specifically, and they take a lot of time as well. They're not easy. And then we like kind of pick, okay, which one are the hot one? Let's service those first in order to close them. And then the warm one, we kind of put on the side by the time that we kind of finish with the hot ones. And we kind of, okay, let's see who we're able to get on the warm. We noticed we lost a few of them. They told us, hey, we bought a property. So we noticed we have the clients, but we didn't have the manpower to service them. So that's the reason we brought the second person.
Gotcha. So you didn't use any income at all. Okay.
Yeah. And now the assistant, I was doing a lot of the paperwork, etc. So like it was time for me to bring an assistant that can help us with scheduling showings, do a lot of the paperwork, sending cars, anything you don't want to do, And now that's by my time back. Now I can leave at kind of 4 or 5 p.m. a little bit early, go spend time with, with my two babies, my wife. This Thursday, I'm leaving to Big Bear for 4 days, and the business is still going to be running. My buyer's agent, Iris, my mom, she's still going to be showing houses. Nothing will stop. Just by leveraging to someone else.
Gotcha. What's really nice about the conversations you're having now is that you didn't just start adding a giant glob together, like, hey, work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me. It was where you noticed that you were losing money because you weren't able to service something, where you added somebody to your organization.
Yes.
And then one of two things could either happen. You could either go out there and lead gen more and service more customers and just still use the same amount of time, or you could leverage it, actually get some of your time back.
Yeah.
And you're spending it right now to get some of your time back, because in your life right now, you need that time.
And a lot of people think, oh my God, if I hire, someone told me this, if you hire a buyer's agent, you're going to lose money. You're going to give half of your commission instead of you servicing it 100%. Yes or no? Technically, the moment, and like I mentioned before, the moment you grab the client, that's already your client. If you give it to someone, you already have 50%, but that gives you time back to get another 2 clients that you didn't have, because you stop servicing this client because one of your agents is doing it. So that's the way that I look at it. That's the reason we're growing little by little, year over year, and hopefully that continues that specific route. So that's the goal, And my goal is not to have like you mentioned, you want to work with me, you grab a lot of people and then it's going to collapse. I've seen it before. I'm more like, at one point, I want to have like a Navy SEAL type of team, like 6 agents, nothing big, something, more intimate. That's my vision.
Okay. Now, a lot of people think, if I give my customer away to an agent on my team or organization, like they'll only want to work with me. Like, because they came to me, they came to Millennial Realtors, and now they're working with your mom, who's not a millennial, right? Your buyer's agent. Like, how do we squash that mindset where like they only want to work with me?
Okay, first you have to train the agent. That will take a lot of your time. At the beginning, you have to pay your fees in a way, and eventually it's the way you introduce it to the client. Hey, since the beginning, one of the things when we do we always do a buyer's presentation. I always print out the sheet. This is the team. This is me. This is my wife. This is my buyer's agent. When I'm not available, my buyer's agent, I'm not letting him know I'm gonna give it to her. My buyer's agent will assist me with the showings. This is my assistant. Sometimes she's gonna be asking some document, and she's my TC. When we open escrow, we're gonna meet her. She's gonna help you with a lot of the DocuSigns, etc. Since the beginning, you let her know you're working with a team. You're not hiring me. You're hiring the team. So the time that you pass it out to the buyer's agent is not difficult. Of course, you have to be in contact every now and then. Like sometimes I say at the beginning, let's do a group text. So I'm going to be in the middle of the conversation. And eventually you can remove him from the conversation when let's say Iris has the connection with the client, I can be removed in a way.
Okay. So you have clear expectations up front. They know the whole game plan.
Yes.
Right.
And
how do you learn that? Where do you get that from? I mean,
everyone here in the office.
Like,
you ask questions.
You copied it from somebody, right? Who did you copy it from?
If you ask me who, I don't remember right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. think it was Scott Carter, if I'm not mistaken.
From Cotto?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of great things going on. So that guy's a genius. So, okay, your future goals, 100 transactions.
Yeah.
So, we say in bold, you got to be, do, and have. What does that 100 transaction Edwin look like? What kind of life does he live? What does he do first thing in the morning? 100 transaction a year, Edwin.
Well, the goal is, okay, real estate is just generate income, the now income. What am I gonna do with the now income? So we have a duplex in Wheater right now. We have another triplex in Kern County. Our goal is by next year, buy another set of units. So I'm creating that 100 transaction will create this amount of income. That amount of income will help me obtain this many doors. My goal is before I'm 32, before I'm 40, I need to have 20 doors on the minimum side. From 40 to 50, my goal is to pay off those units. By the time I'm 50, I have 20, 30,000 income. Just on passive income, rental incomes.
Wow. So before you're 40, 20 doors. Before you're 50, 20 doors paid off.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great
So
plan.
that's my goal. So every year we kind of live the same type of lifestyle. And the goal, okay, we have this money saved. Let's invest it in real estate.
Gotcha. Because the purpose in real estate is to make a bunch of money quickly because you can.
Yeah.
And what you do with the money is clearly up to you. And you're investing in real estate.
Yeah.
To create generational wealth for that family of yours. So
That is
besides
correct.
spending all the time with them right now, leveraging your business to buyers, agents, and admins, you get to spend the time with them, and then later they get to spend the wealth with you.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Awesome. Wow. What else? Well, you guys might have some questions. What questions you got for Edwin?
How does he manage the buyer from lead to getting pre-qualified to show?
Gotcha. So the question is, how do you manage the buyer from the lead all the way to pre-qualifying and then obviously to showing? Like, what does that process look like?
Okay, the moment if it's in our database already, the moment they come somehow like inbound phone call referral, we get in contact. How can we, the goal is to get it pre-qualified as soon as possible. Okay. If we're able to get an appointment, we give it to one of our lenders, we set it up with Luz as an example, so that we're able to meet exactly. If it's within our time frame open to meet in person, we try to do it that way. So we kind of see the client, the same time Luz see the client. If not, Luz will take care of them, and then we're gonna do like a quick Zoom meeting to let them know. We want to create that relationship. Okay, if they're ready to go, depending on the location, I serve it personally or I give it to Iris directly. I do the connection through that pre-call appointment. I let them know if they told me, oh, you know what, I'm going to be looking in this specific location and I know it's not my location. Then I let them know, hey, I will do a group text introducing you to the buyer's agent. She's going to be helping me showing the house. I don't know if I answer your question somehow. Okay.
Do you have a signed contract?
No, it's by customer service. If they don't feel I'm not doing something well, they just get up and just go.
Gotcha. Is your buyer's agent showing the properties, or are they actually going from contract to close? Like, as an organization, sometimes you'll have like contract to close, like they put them in escrow and then you take over from them, or they're closing it out?
She's getting % of the commission from beginning all the way to giving keys. Sometimes I don't even meet the clients in person.
Okay.
Not even when something is a little bit too far, I don't even go and give them keys.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, they have to service from beginning to end, open escrow. I'm on the loop on everything, what is happening, especially on escrow process, more on the legal situation. But she's the one communicating, negotiating R1. Every now and then I might jump in for some negotiation, but my buyer's agent is the one who's negotiating her own contracts. Back then at the beginning, when she didn't have the experience, it will be Gloria the one negotiating everything.
Gotcha. Because to get 20 buyers closed in a pandemic during 2020, where there was like 5 million offers per property, you guys must be master negotiators. I mean, you guys got to be was there anything different that you've done in 2020 to close that many buyers that you didn't do in the previous year? Something specific you wrote on a contract or?
Well, the difficult year is this one, not last one. Last year was more working, in my opinion. We got a lot of our clients during the summer because, hey, I'm noticing, and if you follow me on social media, I'm super active. I always want to show that I'm active and working no matter what. So we were posting like in May, June, July, showing houses, and I was getting people saying, "Hey, I have a realtor. They don't want to show me house because of the pandemic." I was like, "Let's jump in, let's work," you know. So a lot of our clients came like that. Like
Wow.
they were not getting service because, and I get it. Some agents were kind of scared, you know. But me, as personally, I only stopped working 2 weeks when they did the lockdown. The moment they say, "Hey, you guys able to show houses as a real estate agent," I was out.
Gotcha. Okay. What else?
How does it categorize his clients from A, B, C, or hot, cold, medium?
So a bunch of clients come in. How you tag them? What do you use to rate them?
Hot will be prequel. That would be my hot one. Then will be buyer lead. Then it will be buyer lead 1 to 6 months. And then will be buyer met, and then co-signer, buyer met, credit, etc. And everyone,
You have certain days that you meet or you push on the hot one versus the warm one.
It depends on the situation. It doesn't exactly move. The only way it will be pre-approved, you already have a pre-approval letter, and they're ready to go see houses. Now, even though, and that's another reason I added an assistant to help me with some of the phone calls. The goal is to touch everyone in our database at least 3-4 times out of the year. So if I spoke to you right now and the situation you had a bad credit when you came and got pre-qualified and you didn't qualify, and I call, hey, and you told me I'm still paying some accounts, I'm probably gonna call you 3 months later.
So you have my smart plans, like every 90 days, you're reaching back out to them?
Yeah. Plus the drip campaigns that I have done every now and then, I will just send a mass email, a video, bomb video.
Okay, you've done some client events too that really draw a lot of traffic, especially online. They look
That's
amazing.
what helps us a lot on the referral base.
And that's where a lot of referrals are coming
Yeah.
from. So you just recently did one in a movie theater, right? You run down a movie theater.
Yeah.
What was that? I saw the videos. Cassie's not here. We were actually going to play one of them. But you guys got to look them up on Facebook and see what they look like. It was pretty awesome.
So we rented a movie theater, like an auditorium. We invited our past clients, everyone, and not everyone comes. So we probably had like 90 people coming. We pay for the movie theater. We pay for popcorn, sodas, goodies for the kids. Before the movie, instead of playing the previews, we play our own previews. Referrals, upgrade your home, and we even got a listen from that. You know,
Nice. What does something like that cost? Like throw a number out there. What
people think it's expensive. Like the movie theater,
$20,000,
movie theater is like $1,200.
$1,200 to rent a movie theater.
Movie
for a
theater.
showing.
Popcorn and sodas, another like $500, $600 total for 50 of each. And you just put it in front, not everyone will grab it. And we still have leftover.
$1,800.
Yeah. And then the projection was $250, probably less than 2,000.
Less than $2,000. So for $2,000 investment, you got 90 people to show up
Yeah.
to a client event, and you pulled at least.
And
one
that's for the
listing
people who
with
show up. Before that, all my 150 past clients or families got a paper invitation, got a phone call from the team, got probably like 6 emails. So I got different touches. Like people who didn't came to the movie theater, they say, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to come, but I still have some referrals. I still got few referrals. So usually every time that we try to do 3 events a year. Every time we do an event, we notice an increase on the referrals.
On the referrals?
Yeah. We also do Popeyes at least twice a year. Yeah. So for example, something a lot of our clients love is we do an ornament for the people who bought this year. We do champagne for everyone else.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you're doing Popeyes twice a year, client events 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So while people are spending different money on lead generation, your lead generation is
My past
Popeyes,
clients.
past clients, like really loving on those people.
Yeah.
Your biggest return on investments are the people that you care about. They already know, like, and trust you. Why don't they send you referrals? I mean,
And they're gonna do it, but you have to remind them. You can remind them just by a simple phone call once a year, or you can do an event to remind them and for them to have fun, and then give you the referral.
gotcha. So you're coming for contribution. You're giving first, and then you're asking for the referral.
Yeah.
It's just natural for them to give something back.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What else? We got a couple minutes left. Hot mic here. Who's up? Come on, Jerson. You got a question.
Hey, Rob, I have a question and a comment. It's Remo. Can
So the question is a specific time, maybe during the day that, more people answer the phone.
Yeah, I don't do it consistently the way that I want to do it. To say, hey, I do it from 10 to 2 p.m. or 2 to 6. I just do it throughout the day. Hey, I don't have nothing right now. Let me just do the phone calls. But something that helped me a lot is the bomb videos. A phone call, they don't answer. I don't leave a voicemail. I don't send a text. I do send a text as a bomb video. I noticed by sending a quick video, hey, Luz, how you doing? You came in and got to an appointment with us back in July, and we were waiting for these items. When you have a chance, give me a call, send me a text. When you send that personal video via text, the rate of people responding eventually is higher.
And that's a personal bomb video. You
Yeah.
said their name. It's just to them. So you're
Yeah.
shooting a video immediately just for that one
And
person.
it's so easy. You unplug on I use Google Chrome.
Uh-huh.
So, and I have my camera, I have the microphone, it's fast. It's
Yeah,
not
right
like,
there on the computer.
oh my God, just to send a video, I'm gonna take like 5 minutes. It's take me like 30 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. It's 20-second videos at the most and send it. I don't record twice. I just do it once and send it.
Gotcha. You're very active on social media. Do you have like a calendar, or you're just naturally as a millennial, just always on it?
Always on it.
Just always on it.
Yeah.
So as soon as you were born, it came out with like a Facebook profile. Like, here it is. I'm on there ready to rock and roll.
Something like that.
Something like that. Awesome.
Yeah,
So
but
you're
it's,
just
I
consistently on
don't,
it.
it's just like we show a house, we posted. We have a client, for example, we have an escrow. We're going to post first when we show you houses. You're going to see me in the stores. When we open escrow, we're going to do a post just of, hey, we have a new escrow. When we do the home inspection, it's another post. Okay. The home inspection process. Probably when I do a final walkthrough, I might do a video. Hey, a few more days and I give keys. When we give keys, I'm gonna post a photo of them sold, and I'm still gonna record a boomerang. And a few weeks later, I'm gonna do Throwback Thursday and post the boomerang. Like one client can give me like 6 posts throughout the process. And people think, oh my God, there's so many different clients. It's probably the same client, but people love to work with busy people, even though I'm not busy.
Gotcha. So it sounds to me like you just create a habit of every time you're doing something to shoot something and
Yes.
post it.
And I have a team, like for example, sometimes my mom posted and she tagged everyone. So we post, everyone posted at her hook post. Sometimes I post it and I share with everyone else on the team. So that kind of helps a lot.
Gotcha. So you got more people posting. So it looks
Yes.
like you're everywhere. Awesome. Well, what is one thing that these people might not know about you that you want them to know, or something that you want to tell them that would help them elevate them personally or professionally?
I'm never mad. I'm always happy. So whenever you guys have a question, I'm always open door. If you guys ask me something specifically, I will give you the details. I probably even give you the checklist if possible. So I don't mind, to share and to help, because at one time, someone, when I came to this office, to this company, I asked them a question. They told me how to do it. That's the reason I do appreciation event as an example. So that's helping me on my business. I don't mind helping anyone in here.
Awesome. Well, you've heard it here. So he's open door. He's willing to help and share what he's got going on. So, oh wow, there's my name up there. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So your mom's here. Iris, where is she? Right in the back. Oh, there you are. Well, let's give her a hand, because without her, we wouldn't have you.
True.
Question. Can I ask a question? Yeah, go ahead, Remo.
All right, am I muted? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
That's right. That's right. Hang on, Remo. Let's see what you got here.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can. Well, first of all, thank you, Edwin, for sharing. Sorry I couldn't personally be there. I'm out of the area and driving back to the office right now. So thank you for sharing. It's been great seeing you grow to where you guys were 3 years ago to where you are now. And it's really, really inspiring. So I'm glad to be in personal business with you. My question is, you know, at one point you guys were doing whatever business and you were maybe comfortable. And how do you get to that 30% growth, 30%? What needed to change, whether it's mentally in your business, your focus, that got you that 30%, the next 30%, the next 30%? And why not stay at the exact same number? I don't know if you heard all that. Hopefully you did.
Inspire you to grow. What is happening to help break you through that ceiling?
What inspired me is the people around me. The main reason why I moved to Keller Williams, I want to be the smaller fish. So when I was seeing a lot of the teams in the office, I want to be like them. That was my drive. Like within the office, of course, my family is always my wife, but that was my drive. Hey, what I can do in order to be just like that team, as an example. What made me go to the next step? It was stop being a control freak. I wanted to control everything around me. So the moment I let go more and more, the more I grow.
Gotcha. So letting go helps you grow, and you're growing more than just like selling more real estate. I mean, your mind's really been expanding. Like I'm owning units. I'm collecting rents from people now. You're now a landlord. I mean, in our world, a lot of people are doing a lot of different things besides just selling real estate. That's the catalyst to doing bigger and better things altogether. So, you're just hitting another plateau where it's like, I'm going to break through the ceiling and own 10 more units in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So thanks for the question, Remo. Any other questions? All right. We got some more questions at tacos, but man, we appreciate being in business with you. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate being in business with all of you. So